Seres humanos, como é que estamos? Man, I Am Podcast. Viram o título, viram a descrição. É com grande pesar que terei de cancelar uma artista que eu aprecio bastante. Macy fez a abertura do concerto do Lenny Kravitz, o primeiro concerto que eu vi em Portugal. O primeiro concerto que eu vi. Lenny Kravitz, Estádio do Restelo, 2002, junho. Dia 1, acho eu. Acho que é dia 1, tenho quase a certeza. Eu não sabia quem era Macy Gray, concerto de Lenny Kravitz, super pumped. Chegamos lá, pronto, há uma senhora a cantar, uma voz rouca e não sei o que. Eu, eia, que fixe, muito bom. Lenny Kravitz destruiu aquilo tudo, o maior guerreiro dos multi-universos, estão a perceber? Pronto, aconteceu, mas recentemente esteve no programa do Piers e deu a opinião dela sobre o que achava da loucura que se tem passado nas comunidades ABCDs, FGs, Hs da vida. Deu a opinião dela, constatou fatos biológicos e deu a opinião dela. Bem, qual não é o meu espanto quando, passado 2 ou 3 dias, ela põe-se quase em posição fetal, de joelho, a chorar e a lamentar-se para não ser cancelada. Vamos ver a diferença que fazem 2 ou 3 dias na vida de uma pessoa depois de ser, de aperceber-se das consequências que tem tu dizes a verdade. Primeiro vídeo do Piers Morgan. Bora lá.
We're in an era now, Macy, where you can't, most public figures are too terrified to even say what they think a woman is.
I know.
I mean, well, if I asked you what a woman is, what would you say?
I would say a human being with boobs. You have to start there.
Yeah, I mean, the dictionary is quite straightforward. It just says a human, adult, female, right?
No, a lot of people, that's a little getting confusing. The whole he, she, they, that's getting a little.
And I'm not
rough.
sure why, really. It's a bit like this whole issue of transgenders in sport. It's like I support all trans rights to fairness and equality.
Me too.
But not where you have people born to obvious physical superior bodies.
Me too.
Transitioning and then thrashing the women at their sport.
I totally agree. And I will say this, and everybody's going to hate me, but as a woman, just because you go change your parts doesn't make you a woman.
Right.
Sorry.
You feel that?
I know that for a fact. Like, if you want me to call you a her, I will, because that's what you want. But that doesn't make you a woman just because I call you a her and just because you got a surgery.
Because people do feel that there's biological sex and then there's gender identity, that you can identify as whatever you like
You can
in
call
terms
yourself
of a
whatever you
gender,
want.
right?
Yeah,
That's
totally.
the freedom we live in.
Absolutely.
But actually, you can't change the mechanics of biological sex. They are what they are.
Well, just women go through just a completely unique experience, and surgery or finding yourself doesn't change that. You know, being a little girl is a whole epic book, and you can't have that just because you want to be a woman.
I mean, you know that when people like J.K. Rowling have said this, they get attacked, they get abused.
Yeah.
The cancel culture mob comes suddenly. She gets called transphobic and so on. You might get the same for saying it.
But it's the truth. And I don't think you should be called transphobic just because you don't agree with, I just, there's a lot of, judgment and throwing, stones at people for just saying what it is. You know what I mean?
Primeiro vídeo, eu acho que tu podes acreditar que és o que quer que seja, mas tu biologicamente és isto. Se mudares o teu sexo e passaste a identificar como avestruz, pinguim com 12 espíritos, o que quer que seja, em contexto social, eu vou respeitar a tua cena e vou-te tratar como tal, mas isso não quer dizer que tu sejas tal. Tudo certo. Tudo certo. Passado 2 dias, acho que teve que ser foi educada sobre o que era o assunto, e isto foi o que ela teve a dizer numa entrevista posterior com esta senhora que eu não sei quem é.
You were on the Piers Morgan show and there was a question about trans women, and this was what you said in part. As a woman, just because you go change your parts doesn't make you a woman. If you want me to call you a her, I will, because that's what you want, but that doesn't make you a woman. Just because I call you a her, just because you've got a surgery, you can call yourself whatever you want. There was a wave of backlash that came as a result. Just tell me where you are right now on that statement.
Well, I never, of course, meant to hurt anybody with what I said. I'm actually a huge, I think it takes a lot of courage to be yourself, to go out in the world and be honest about who you are. And so I think anyone who is in the LGBT community is a hero and sets an example for all of us with that, you know? So I said some things that didn't go over well. But my intention was never to hurt anybody. I feel bad that I did hurt some people, and I think it's you know, just about education. It's about conversation and us getting to a point where we understand each other, and that only happens with, you know, I've learned a lot through this. So I think that was one of the reasons it might have happened. Just it was a huge learning experience for me, and I just have a compassion for you know what I think you can, like I said in there, you can call yourself what, like you whoever you believe you are, and no one can dictate that for you or take that away from you. You know.
I think life is an education process. The more you sit with people, the more you talk to people, it changes your perspective. So has your perspective changed, do you feel?
I've learned so much, and I think, you know, being a woman is a vibe, and it's something I'm very proud of, and it's very precious to me, and I think that if you, in your heart, feel that that's what you are, then that's what you are, regardless of what anybody says or thinks. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, but yeah, I've learned a lot, absolutely, and I'm glad I did, because now I know.
Well, thank you for clearing that up, because I think people got confused, and people sometimes you realize that through education you feel differently about things. This is all coming as you have new music out. It's called Reset. It's all about a reset in life.
Pois é, pá. Aparentemente ser mulher é uma vibe. É uma vibe. Eu, 1,82 m, 90 kg, músculo, barbado, acordo amanhã e sinto-me por dentro como se fosse a Heidi nos Alpes suíços. Heidi, Heidi. Pronto. Tenho que me tratar como se eu fosse efetivamente Heidi, Heidi. A Heidi nos Alpes suíços e sou uma mulher. E acho que foi isso que a Macy Gray aprendeu. Aí 2 dias depois, acho que foi na terça, na quinta-feira ou na segunda, sei que foi na mesma semana. E ela voltou completamente mudada, veio completamente elucidada sobre os dogmas que ela acreditava, foram completamente destruídos. Ela humildemente prostou-se diante da woke mob e cortou os membros em sacrifício e ofereceu-os humildemente, enquanto fazia múltiplas vénias. E por esse motivo, a menina Macy Gray vai levar 2 menos e, consequentemente, cancelada.
This is Sparta!
Foi isto. Pessoal, este é o vídeo. Digam-me o que é que acham da postura da Macy Gray. Ela já está cancelada, né? Tipo, isso é reversível, ela está cancelada já. Mas vocês acham que ela efetivamente teve uma mudança de coração? Ou foi? Eu tenho para mim que ela foi coagida, mas isso são outros 500. Pessoal, vocês já sabem, aqui em baixo, comentários, dúvidas, sugestões. Se tiverem alguma requisição, algum material que queiram que eu reveja, tenho o e-mail do canal silverback.senpai@gmail.com, está na descrição do canal. E é isto, foi este o vídeo. Man I Am Podcast, logging off. Peace!